Welcome everyone. Here today we have Dr. Shravan Sharma, who is a professor and head of Department of English in Gurukul Kangre Vishwavidyalaya. Sir is also the director in Center for Canadian Studies, and Sir's aesthetics are Indian and Western Dalit aesthetics, modern poetry and drama in English. And Sir has more than 37 years of experience in teaching industry. Talking about his teaching experience, Sir has experience of teaching in various foreign universities. For example, Sir has visited the Simon Fraser University and the University of British Columbia, Canada. Has also worked as a visiting faculty in York University and the University of Toronto, and visited Bangkok to present a paper in the second annual conference. Talking about such projects and publications, Sir has worked in various encyclopedia projects on various roles. For example, Sir has worked as a director and chief editor in Encyclopedia of Mahabharata, which was funded by the university, and has also worked as a consulting editor in Sahitya Academy Encyclopedia. We welcome you, sir, on our platform, Thoughtful Leaders.
Thank you, Praveenji.
So, sir, moving ahead, I would like to know about your roles and responsibilities being as a HOD of English department towards students.
Okay. Formally, of course, formally, when you have the responsibility like head of department, you become dean, you become other, take other responsibilities. So you share some administrative, responsibilities. You own administrative responsibilities to look after the department, to look after the role of the department at the level of the university. But again, in the center of all responsibility, the teacher is always alive there. So main function is to manage the teaching of the department, and to teach, and the teaching again in tune with the vision of the university, in tune with the vision of the society, in tune with the vision of the nation. So that is the role of the head of department there. Yes. And beside that, you have to again in tune with your fellow beings, your faculty there in the department, your students in the department, and how you can, by dissemination your ideas, by establishing new disciplines, by writing research papers and books, how you can narrate the nation, how you can prepare the students as a better human being. So I think that is the main function. So it's a very immaterial to become head of department or dean of the faculty. But the main function every time it remains is a teacher, because teacher is always a teacher. He is never free. Either he's at home, he is in the university, or is anywhere else. Every time he learns and teaches. This is a misconception. Sometimes people think that the teacher comes for a while, he comes for 2 days, 3 days, or sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. But it's his external appearance that he's seen for 2 hours sometimes. He's seen for 3 days or 4 days. But he lives every time he's busy with teaching and learning. एक गालिब का शेर है कि मकतबे इश्क का दस्तूर निराला देखा, उसको छुट्टी ना मिली जिसने सबक याद किया. तो जब आप एक बार पढ़ाई में पड़ जाते हैं तो you are never free. So I think all responsibilities are obviously a part of convenience of the university. In order to facilitate the university, you become head, you become dean, but the main function is a teacher. You are every time teacher, and by disseminating ideas, by writing research papers and books, and by institutionalizing new disciplines. And that's the main function of a teacher in a university department.
Great, sir. Great. So, sir, as you talk about like being a teacher and like this being the HOD is also an added responsibility. So, sir, how do you tend to establish healthy relation with the student and as well as with the fellow faculty?
Nowadays, Pandeyji, that's very interesting and very important thing is that we are running after a success model. We all want to become success. And in order to become a successful person in life, so what we do, we try to use competitive devices, competitive strategies, which hamper your relationship, which tarnish your relationship. But if you follow the model of happiness, this model of happiness is our own, indigenous. then I think you do not spoil your relationship. So in the department, we never try to indulge in competitive egoism, in a national aggression, or in any kind of foul means to achieve success. Rather, we behave, we act as a family. We aiming with an aim to bring people together, behave in such a way so that people never feel offended. So the moment we become, they are disciplinarian. The moment we become there, we start behaving like civil servants. The moment we start behaving like officer, naturally we hamper, spoil our relationship. So teacher is not a disciplinarian. Teacher is not an officer. So his purpose is to create a bhavde. जो भावदे होती है, हम लोग क्या होते हैं, हम सब अभावदे हैं. We do not have emotions. But the moment we start arousing emotions ourselves, the moment we start looking things from the point of view of others, when we see that then the impersonal viewpoint is important in life, not personal. I think then relationship is not a problem. Then you use it. You creatively have good relationship with people. And if you have good relationship with people, you are the most successful person in the world. You are the most happiest and most, and you become the center. We all want to become the center of society, center of the nation, center of the activities. But the moment when you become simple, सहज बहुत हो जाते हो आप. When you have emotions, when your emotional being is important, not the mind. Mind just like it's a weapon. एक यंत्र है mind तो, पर जो दिल है हमारा वो weapon नहीं है. It brings people together. And we being a teacher of literature, so this is our function to arouse emotions, to make people full of emotions. So when we use emotions in our day-to-day life, we become one without any difference. So I think that's the best thing to bring people together.
Exactly, sir. And I believe that this is the one of the major key to achieve the overall goal of organization, or I would say achieve the overall goal of department.
Really, exactly. Because so long as we indulge in competitive egoism, so long as we indulge in national aggression, we cannot have good relationship. I think that is the problem in every society. That is the problem in nation, and that is the problem even at the international levels. So the moment we reduce difference, and you can remove difference when you start displaying emotions. हम बात करते हैं एक दूसरे से, जब हम कहते हैं हम कि आपको देख के बड़ी खुशी हुई, तो चेहरा हमारा बता देता है कि हम खुश नहीं हैं. हम टाइम पास करें कि ये जाए तो हमारा पीछे छूटे. So your face speaks everything. हम जो कहते हैं sorry, so you should also display the emotion of sorry. When you say I'm thank you, so you should show the feelings of gratitude on your face. But this doesn't happen. हम बोलते कुछ हैं और दिखाते कुछ है. So when there is a tune, what you say in between the words and your intention, then you have good relationship. And I think this lesson we teach through literature, and this lesson we learn through literature. So that's why literature is very important. So that's the only aim of the department.
Yes, sir. So, sir, talking about literature department, what are the best practices according to you offered by the department to the student, which help them gain necessary skills?
Nowadays, teaching, or particularly higher education, it has become a greater challenge. This society does not pay much attention to teaching seriously. The government doesn't pay much attention to teaching and education. It has become a very commercialized activity nowadays. Even sometimes, to some extent, we teachers also become very, commercialized. Sometimes we are giving tuitions and all. Government is not paying due attention, not giving teachers to the universities. Colleges are vacant. They do not have. They appoint on ad hoc basis, giving very small money, small pay, small packages. So it has become a very commercialized. But our university is entirely different from other universities. The function of our university is not to create a qualified society. The purpose of our university is to create a cultured society. So we do not just give degree, rather we make them culture by giving them the capsules of indigenous knowledge systems. So we teach English, but we do not teach Western knowledge. We teach through language our indigenous knowledge system. We teach them Indian theories. You know what happens when you go to the English departments? You would find that there the teachers are teaching Western theories, and with the help of Western theories, we are making analysis of ourselves. So we are theory, and the West is we are data. West is the theory, but we have reversed this model. We say no, we have our own theories. So we are using our own theories and making analysis of the West. So we look at the West through the lenses of India. So this is how we have reversed the situation. So this is our best practice, which other departments are not doing. Other departments are looking at India through the lenses of the West, but
Yes,
we are looking at the West through Indian lenses. So we have reversed this situation, and we are giving this to our students also, those who are working there. So all Indian theories, I don't know whether you know about the Indian theories, but we have theory of Ras, we have theory of Alankar, we have theory of Vakrokti, Dhvani, and Auchit. So with the help of these theories, we are discussing, we are analyzing the Western text and trying to understand, because every Western text cannot be good for us in the West, if we look at with the eyes of the West. But if we analyze them through ourselves, our own system, then we can understand them at what level, where they stand, what their value. But if we do not know our house, we do not know our home, how can we tell about others? So first we need to look at our own house.
That's
So
very true
this is
thing,
number
sir.
one.
Like understanding first, you have to explore yourself, your culture. Then only you will be able to analyze others.
Yes, and the purpose behind the purpose is that we should narrate the nation. If I am teaching Indian poetry, if I am teaching Indian fiction, if I am teaching Indian intellectual tradition, so our purpose is to let the world about us, what we are. So now through English, we teach the world what we have inside. Earlier there was a misconception that when Macaulay's teaching was there, Macaulay's education was there, that India does not have good books, India does not have any education system, India does not have any value system, no culture. But now we give them an answer in English that we have so many things in India, and that we are imparting to our students so that they can become the ambassador of the university, they can become the ambassador of the nation to tell the world where we stand.
Great. So, sir, do you have any extracurricular activities or program to enhance the skills of student or expose them to real world challenge?
Yeah, we have number of extracurricular activities. We have like poetry writing, poetry recitation, drama writing, drama theatrical performances, and debate competition. So many are. But I would like to share with you the best practice. We do the extracurricular activity which we have in our discussions everywhere. That is Hardwar Literature Festival. We annually organize Hardwar Literature Festival for 3 days, in which we invite the writers, the film actress or actors, and the lyricist from the Bollywood, the young writers from all India, the dramatist, the theater writer, the theater actors, and young writers also. And we invite them to university and create a mix of diverse artists on stage, and this is a gala event which is conducted by our students. So we facilitate our students to conduct this program, to introduce the guests whom we invite from different parts of the country. So this is number one. We sensitize the city. We sensitize the people to become little to become aware of the happening regarding literature, regarding fine arts, and how they can help us to become better human being. And also we give training to our students that how they can creatively use their life for the betterment of society. So this is very important. Last in 2000 first Hardwar Literature Festival we had in 2018 when we invited Deepti Navalji, and people learned so many things. So we had Deepti Navalji inaugurated there. Then in the second 2019 we invited Sameer Anjan, for the great renowned lyricist from the Bollywood. So through them, the students also come to know how they can go to different, how they can move to support somebody is writing poetry, somebody writing lyrics, how he can go to Bombay. Some young people, how they can as a profession, they can use filmy dunia, they can use filmy stage or Bombay as a stage to bring their life more charming and glamorous.
Great, sir.
So this is a
great, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, I would like to know, what valuable advice would you like to give to the students for them to have a prosperous career ahead?
Life is full of ironies. Badi vinamnaएं hai life.
Exactly.
We all know that we will die one day. But still we try to live here on the world as if we will never die. The second irony is, when we have time, we do not have experience. And when we have experience, we do not have time. ये एक बड़ी अजीब सी एक irony है life की. और इस irony में, now life has become an unending blind enterprise. It is because we are running after success model. And when we are running after success model, we have become so much competitive oriented. We have become selfish. We have become self-centered. We do not look at others, and therefore sometimes we fail to accept the challenges of life. So I think my advice would be to the people would be that they should decide their priorities. What happens generally when we are under the tree of a mango, we try to have orange. When we are under the tree of an orange, we try to have mango. So we need to decide our priorities. Once we decide our priorities, I think we'll be happy, and we'll not run blindly after this model of success. So the moment we accept challenges, when you avoid challenges, then the challenge become monstrous, so bigger in size that we fail to enjoy life. So we must accept what is needed to accept. And then when we accept the challenge of life, we are transformed and we enter into a glittering, splendorous, promising being. So we should sharpen our emotions, we should sharpen our priorities, or we should behave in a properly. Patanjali is coming to my mind. आजकल पतंजलि योग की बहुत चारों तरफ चर्चा है. तो पतंजलि has used 4 words: Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha. Maitri means friendliness. So if you see something good, somebody good, you should not become envious. You should not have envy. Rather, you should be friendly to him. And when you have somebody suffering, then you should show your compassion. आप करुणा दिखाएं उसे. हम दुखी जब कोई दिखाई देता हम कहते हैं अरे नहीं ऐसे ही मांगने खाने वाले लोग. No, we should be compassionate to them. And number 3, when somebody is doing his duty, we should clap. We should show our respect to him. And then we see something bad, evil outside, we should not talk about it. We should become indifferent to it. So when we have such kind of, so we can control. So we need to control our animal nature inside. So the moment we control our animal nature, the moment we control our selfishness, the moment we control our competitive egoism, and we start looking at things from the point of view of others, I think life becomes a heaven, and we start having a very pleasing, happy life. I think that's the young people should do, and therefore we can become better human beings. We can create a better society, better nation. Thank you.
Great, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a valuable advice.